Okay, so you're an IT manager. You've made a huge investment in Microsoft 365. You've rolled out Teams and everybody's using it. But is the real work actually getting done? Or is it just getting lost in a sea of jets? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive into how you can transform Teams from just a place where people talk into a real, structured platform where work actually happens. Let's get into it.
Does this hit a little too close to home? Your Teams channels are absolutely buzzing. You see green lights everywhere. But when you need to know the actual status of a critical PO or a new hire onboarding, suddenly it's radio silence. It's a classic case of high activity but no real accountability or visibility. And that's the exact problem we're here to talk about. We call this the collaboration trap. You know, it's that feeling that everyone is super busy sending messages and files all day long, so it feels like progress. But in reality, nothing is formally owned. Nobody knows the true status of anything, and the actual work gets buried under this giant avalanche of notifications and chat threads. It's time to get out of that trap. So what's really going on here? Where's the disconnect? The truth is, your Microsoft 365 toolbox is fantastic. It's packed with great tools. But when it comes to managing the messy, human-centric workflows that run your business, there's a bit of a gap. Let's break it down. You've got Microsoft Forms, right? Great for simple surveys. But try submitting a purchase order with 10 line items on it. It just can't handle that parent-child data. Then you've got Power Automate, which is a beast for connecting systems, like when an email arrives, save the attachment. But it really struggles with human processes that need to pause, wait for a decision, and then branch off in different directions. And the Approvals app, it's fine for a simple yes or no, but it's not a full-on transaction engine for a multi-step, multi-person process. And this tool gap creates what I call a visibility black hole. Work just disappears into DMs and channel conversations. Critical information is lost, and what happens? Managers end up spending their days just manually pinging people asking, hey, what's the status on this? Did you see that? It's inefficient and frankly incredibly frustrating. So how do we fix this? How do we bridge that gap? Well, the solution is to bring structured workflows inside of Teams. You need something that can take all that chaotic, unstructured conversation and pour it into a formal, trackable, and visible process. Imagine this. Every single user has a personal outbox. They can see every request they've ever submitted and its exact real-time status. The question, where is that at, literally vanishes overnight. For you as an IT manager, this is huge. It means fewer how-to tickets and a workforce that can self-serve and see exactly what's going on. And here's where it gets really powerful. We're moving beyond simple text boxes. We're talking about capturing rich, structured data, like a full expense report with receipts for each line item, or a new customer setup form with multiple contacts. This is the kind of clean, organized data you need to actually understand what's happening in the business. Once you have that structured data, you can wrap a real process around it. And I don't just mean a simple checklist. We're talking about a true state machine, a workflow that understands it needs to go from finance to legal, then back to the manager for final review. It can pause, it can branch, it can handle the real-world complexity of how people actually work. You get total control. And the payoff for all this structure? Data. Real-time insights right inside of Teams. You can instantly see how many requests are in the queue, what your team's average turnaround time is, and where the bottlenecks are. You can spot problems before they become crises, all without ever leaving the app. All right, I know what you're thinking as an IT manager. This sounds cool, but is it secure? Is it scalable? Is it going to be a nightmare for me to manage? Totally valid questions. The key is to find a solution that brings that enterprise-level rigor, but delivers it with the convenience people expect from Teams. The best way to think about a tool like this is as a citizen of your tenant. This isn't some rogue third-party platform that's going to create a shadow IT headache. No, it's designed to be a secure, governed, and seamless extension of the Microsoft ecosystem you already own and manage. And here's how it does that. It's built on the Microsoft stack you already know and trust. It piggybacks on your Microsoft Entra ID for single sign-on. It uses super scalable tech like Azure Cosmos DB and Blob Storage. It uses Azure Functions for custom logic. It can even look up data from your existing SharePoint lists and SQL databases. It's all native. So, let's translate that tech speak into what it means for you. It means zero identity overhead, no new usernames or passwords. It means you get affordable, almost infinitely scalable storage without performance bottlenecks. It's future-proof. And because it's baked right into Teams, it works anywhere, on any device, right out of the box.
And all that structured data, it flows right into Power BI and Excel, giving you total operational transparency.
Look, at the end of the day, this is all about getting the absolute maximum return on your Microsoft 365 investment. When you add a structured workflow layer to Teams, you're doing more than just buying another app. You're actually turning a communication tool into a strategic asset that drives real, measurable productivity.
Think about the shift here. The old way, work is hidden in chats. The new way, work is locked into a visible state. Before, getting a status update meant pinging someone. Now, you just look at a dashboard. Data was scattered everywhere. Now it's perfectly structured. You go from constantly fighting fires to proactively managing your operations. It is a complete game changer.
This really gets to the heart of it. We've all spent way too much of our careers chasing people down just to find out what's going on. With a system like this, you can finally stop managing people for updates and start managing the process for outcomes. It frees you up to be more strategic, and honestly, it frees your team up to just get their work done.
So I'll just leave you with this one question. If your most critical team member called in sick tomorrow or went on a 2-week vacation, could you right now see exactly where all of their important tasks stand? Or would it be a frantic scramble through their emails and chat history? Your answer to that question tells you everything you need to know about the visibility you have or the visibility you're missing.